Hello, friends, and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And you have reached day 16th of our 20 days of slow flow yoga. And today we are going to do more hip openings, and this time into our pigeon pose. So I suggest to have 2 blocks handy by, or maybe a bolster or a pillow or something that you might feel comes in handy once we get to our prone pigeon pose, if it should be needed. So with that said, I'll welcome you and take a seat, and let's bring our palms together in front of our heart, and we will start our practice with one Om together to center, to find some stillness within, to find the front side of the spine. And we'll take a comfortable inhale and exhale an Om. And we're going to release the hands down and start laying onto our backs. This will be low to the ground kind of class with a few slow flow vinyasas in between to keep our heat going in the body. So let's take a supine form onto our yoga mat, please. And from here, we are going to put the feet on each side of the yoga mat and arms out to the side. Press your head, adjust your shoulder blades, and we're going to begin with windshield wipers and start to open up into hip flexors, lower belly, adductors, abductors, the whole area around our hips, lower back, SI joints, rotators. And we'll do another 2 more here on each side, just a few times to kind of tap in and see how our hips are doing today. We'll see where it takes us. And then from here, take your knees into the chest, sacrum down, lower back slightly lifting, extend, extend, extend the spine, plug your femurs in towards the hips, create some good space in towards hip sockets, into lower belly, lower back, and then gently feet back down onto the mat, right ankle over your left knee, and hands around your left hamstring area underneath the knee, or maybe in front of the knee and underneath. We'll have some options today. So let's get our hands in a comfortable position where we can have stability in the left leg of hugging in, and at the same time slight anterior tilt onto our hips. And from there, pressing the right ankle into the top of the left knee, and see if we can get our right knee to maybe extend a little bit out. We go and see where we have that stretch for the whole lateral side of the right hip. And we'll stay one more breath right here. And then we'll extend the left leg up to the sky, slight bend in the knee. Taking the hands around the calf and hugging the calf down and getting a little bit of a different version for a figure 4 today. And we'll stay another 3 breaths right here. There should be some good feelings in towards the right outer hip, in towards the left hamstring area. One more breath. And then we'll bend the left knee down and foot all the way down. Hands on each side of the hips and left ankle over the right knee. Maybe we stay here with the knee to the side. Perhaps the hands finds its way underneath the knee in front, whichever you feel comfortable. Sacrum down onto the mat, and then from here, slight anterior tilt of the hip so the lower back has a chance to open up. And we can karate chop the left ankle in towards the top of the knee, and the left knee pushes out towards the side. Sacrum is down. There's some good feelings in towards the left outer hip, rotators, IT band, hamstring area. And we'll stay another breath right here and open up in towards the hips. And then we'll extend the right leg up to the sky and find our hands around our calf somewhere and push down onto the leg. Plug your right femur down. There is a little bit more activity going on into the left hip, at least for me. Maybe, hopefully, you are feeling a different feeling when the leg is up in towards the sky. One more breath here. And gently release. And taking your feet back down on each side of the mat, arms to the side, windshield wipe again, knees side to side. There should be a different feeling of openness, maybe a little pathway in towards the femurs, hip socket area. And feet flat onto the mat. Bring your knees into the chest, hands around the knees. We'll take that right leg into happy baby pose, and the left leg can come forward onto the mat. It can be certainly bent, and then the right knee towards the right shoulder, and then maybe from there extending the left leg out. Right foot up towards the sky, external rotation. Extend your left leg, lift your lower belly, shoulder blades onto the mat. One more breath here. And slowly switch to the second side. Left knee in towards the chest, arm inside the leg, hands outside the foot, and then your right foot can stay on the mat while we get our left knee situated towards the shoulder armpit area, and then from there we can extend the right leg all the way out, opening up in towards the left adductors, to the right hip flexors, adductor area as well. And we'll stay another few breaths right here, inhaling and exhaling. And slowly release all the way back down, knees to chest, and extend arms and legs opposite direction. And stretch your right side, your left side, making your way over with your hands to the knees, underneath the knees. And then we're going to roll our way all the way up and cross at our ankles and come up onto all fours. Tabletop. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Tuck the toes under. Arch the spine up towards the sky. Top of the head towards the mat. Inhale. Extend out through the top of the head. And exhale, taking the belly in towards the front of the spine. Tailbone down. And inhale. Long spine. And one more time. Exhale, taking your hands, knees, and toes down, and then we'll come back into neutral spine. Tuck the toes and come to downward facing dog with your right and your left heel pedaling down, making its way into the mat, stretching the Achilles, the calf, the back of the knee, the hamstrings. One more time here, and then gently walking your way over towards the hands. Inhale, long spine, feet hip width apart. Exhale, hinge and fold, top of the head towards the mat. Find your hands at your hips, please. Elbows to sky, root your feet, press your feet, come to standing, and release the hands all the way down. Inhale, arms to sky. Root your feet down, pull your femurs back. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, hands underneath the knees. And exhale, release, hinge and fold. Step back to plank pose. From plank pose, we're gonna lower our knees to the mat and come all the way down. Inhale into cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, untucking your toes in the back, lengthening your legs, and exhale, come back down, push back, tabletop please, and downward facing dog. Feet all the way together. Take your right leg up to the horizon, bend your left knee, and then bend your right knee, and we're going to circle the right knee, not to elbow, just circling the right knee in a nice big wide circle, and loosening up and checking in with our right hip. And we'll do two more right here, holding on to abdominals, and one more. And then slowly put your foot back down, finding your center line, feet together, and come up on your toes. Bend your knees, left leg up to the horizon, bending your right knee and bending your left knee, taking your left knee, making circles down and then out to the side. And we'll have 5 of these right here, moving our way around the left hip socket. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. I'm hoping it's creating some heat for you into your hips. And exhale. Put your foot back down and walking your way over towards the hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold top of the head to the mat, hands to hips, elbows to sky. Root your feet and come all the way to standing. Release your hands to the side, and we're going to come to tree pose, standing. I was going to say standing pigeon pose, but no, we're going to do a tree pose. Feet together. It resembles pigeon, so we're going to do a whole concept of different resembling pigeon facing down. For now, feet down and stand onto your left foot and take your right leg into tree pose, please. You can have it down by the ankle. You can hike it up anywhere where it's comfortable. And somewhere where you are feeling connection and holding the midline, pubic bone, belly button, sternum is holding on to that midline, and there's a slight bend into the left knee as well. Maybe the arms comes up towards the sky, and we root down the left foot. We externally rotate the right hip and open up and inhale. 1 more breath here, rooting and rising and opening our hips all at the same time. And exhale, release the hands to the heart and hug your right knee in towards the chest, and then we'll put it right back down. And find 4 corners of our feet, check and see, and then maybe take your left foot into kickstand towards the calf, up above, or maybe finding your tree pose with your left foot into your right inner thigh, hands to heart, finding your center line and sweeping maybe the arms up to the sky, rooting down through the right foot, extending your arms up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, 1 more breath right here. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down, and taking your left knee into the chest, and then we'll bring it all the way back down and come to the front of our mat, unless you were maybe already there. Here we are, hands to the sides, big toes together. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, place your hands, plank pose, please. From plank, come all the way down onto the belly. Inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, toes are untucked, legs are long, ears to the back, chin is in. Exhale, come all the way back down, tuck the toes, tabletop, and downward facing dog from your lower belly. Step your right foot outside of your right hand and come down onto your left knee, please. Left arm stays down, right arm comes up. Come forward. In the hips is an opportunity to stretch into adductors, hip flexors, open up the pathways, knees to hips. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Extend your back leg, step back to your plank pose. Lower your knees down, come all the way down to the mat, and inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Exhale, take it back down to the belly, tabletop, and from tabletop, downward facing dog. Left foot outside of your left hand. Take your right knee down and externally rotate into your left foot. Sweep the left arm up to the sky, shoulder blades together on the back, stretching from knees to hips to shoulders, twisting and turning into the lower belly, lower back, the whole spine. 1 more breath and exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, step back, plank pose, and lower knees and come all the way down. Inhale to cobra, untucking toes, long spine, ears back, and exhale. Take it all the way back down, push back tabletop, and downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your left foot between your hands and we'll face each other all the way with your toes in and your heels slightly out. Take your hands to your hips, elbows to sky, come to standing, and from here, heels comes in, arms to the side. Take your right forearm to your right thigh, sweep your left arm up and over, and to the second side, left arm to left knee, taking it all the way up and over, and one more time, each side, stretching from the side of the hip all the way up towards our shoulder, spaces between the rib cage, lower back, and then exhale, come all the way back down, thumbs on each side of the inside of the knee, right shoulder to the center, and second side, left shoulder to the center, and come back up to your center, to your power stand, bending your knees, arms to the side, and we'll sit a little bit deeper and getting some good heat in towards quads, hamstrings, hips, and extend, extend, extend. Turn your toes, hands to hips, and let's put our feet back together to the center and release the hands all the way down. From here, we'll come back to our front of our mat and big toes together. Inhale, arms to sky, and exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, bending in towards the knees. Inhale, long spine. Step back to downward facing dog. And we'll stay in down dog and come up onto our toes, bend the knees. Take your right ankle over your left knee and come to figure 4 in downward facing dog. So we get to bend into the left knee, and there's a nice little pocket for the right ankle to be, and to secure the figure 4 pose for the right leg. And we push that right knee back and we turn and churn in towards the right outer hip, glutes, rotators, IT band, and one more breath. And sweep your right leg up to the sky and bending it to the back, and then slowly taking it back down. And second side, bend your knees, left ankle over your right top of the knee. We're bending that right knee nice and deep and push the left knee out to the side. And a few more breaths right here. Moving energy in the left hip, and then sweeping the left leg up to the sky, bending the knee, and putting our foot back down, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come forward to plank pose, either straight legs or knees to the mat, lowering down to the belly, and inhale into cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, and exhale, taking it all the way back down, and push back tabletop and downward facing dog. Step your right foot between the hands and extend into pyramid pose. So we move the back foot slightly in. Inhale, long spine, pushing your right hip gently back, arms forward, and exhale and fold over your front leg. One more breath here. We're up high on the fingertips, so we might use blocks for our hands. Stretching the back of the body. And placing our hands, stepping back, downward facing dog to switch legs. Left foot between the hands. Step your right foot slightly in, so both feet are evenly onto the mat. Inhale, long spine, left hip back, right hip forward, and exhale, hinge and fold, top of the head towards the mat. Slightly bending into our knees, stretching the whole back side of the body. And we'll do one more breath here. And slowly bending your front knee, step back, downward facing dog. And from down dog, we're going to make our way into child's pose, coming up onto the toes, knees to the side, big toes together, and stretching our arms all the way forward, finding the length, maybe even lifting up the belly button and pulling energy in and up, stretching the arms, side body long, and then elbows to the side. And then we'll stay here and kind of make a little remembrance for the knees to be bent, for hip sockets to be stretched and turned, for ankles to be nice and extended. And from here, we'll make our way up to tabletop, please. Tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Coming forward with your feet halfway into the hands, and then the hands will meet the feet halfway in. And we're going to take ragdoll, hands around each and elbow, top of the head towards the mat. And we're stretching again the whole back side of the body and getting ready for some seated. And then we're making our way into our pigeon pose. And from here, we're going to release our hands to the mat and turn our heels slightly in and toes slightly out, and then make our way down into Malasana. Maybe we are sitting on a block or on a pillow. Maybe we are sitting just like this with our seat elevated, knees around shoulders, and we get to press our hands together and press the knees in towards the side of the shoulders, tricep area, and there should be a nice even open feeling in towards the lower back. And a release for the lower back. We are letting the tailbone be down and the spine is nice and long. Top of the head is extending upward, and we'll stay another 3 breaths right here. And slowly releasing the hands down and support yourself onto the mat. We're going to come to seated pigeon, diamond shape, I like to call it, and Upavishta Konasana, and then we'll make our way into pigeon pose. So we're warming up with the right foot in towards the seat and the left foot forward. So we have one leg is diamond shape, the left leg is diamond shape, and the right leg is happy pose, Sukhasana pose. And this would be seated pigeon variation. You can take blocks for your hands, or you can walk your hands forward and leaning forward and coming forward and folding forward to really warm up and really release into SI joints, lower back. And it is a really nice way to release the rotators, lumbar spine, hip socket, knees. The shin is being pulled in, the thighs are being opened up. So see where it takes you, and let's go forward, and we'll stay for 5 breaths. And we move our way forward on towards the left foot, the outstretched one. So both legs are bent. One is bent more than the other. One is in happy pose, Sukhasana, and one is in more of a diamond shape. Half and half. Long neck, long spine. We stay here for 3 nice long breaths. And one more. And slowly bringing ourselves up from there, and switch to the second side, maybe shaking out the legs in between. And then we'll take our left leg in, so the foot is closer in towards the seat, and the right leg is at a diamond shape angle. And then we have our seated forward fold pigeon variation right here, with our arms forward, maybe onto the right foot or on the side. Find a way, bring your blocks in, and we sit and hinge our way forward. Maybe we're sitting upright, maybe we're folding forward slightly. It is helpful to let the head be heavy, and we have that extra traction onto the whole spine. and a little extra weight as we relax into this. Rotators are being worked on, hip sockets, knees, ankles. We have our 3 nice long breaths here. Not yin yoga, but 3 breaths for it to really be kind of felt into the rotators, into the glutes, into the lower back. And we'll stay 1 more breath here. And then slowly making our way up and opening legs for Upavishta Konasana, feet wide apart. Maybe taking our hands behind us, lifting up and coming on to our sit bones. There might be a blanket underneath us. Maybe we have a pillow that we're sticking under so we feel even and comfortable. This should feel nice for hips and knees and ankles to come all the way out with the legs and letting the blood flow back through the knees again. We'll take side crescent here. Take the left hand down and the right arm up to the sky, and bending the left arm and extending the right arm over the ear. We push down that left hand and get your right sit bone down, and then we turn the gaze up and underneath the upper arm, whole right side of the hip, blood flow through the knees, through the quads, through the hips. 1 more breath, and then slowly taking it up and over. Right hand down, left arm up to the sky, and then we press down the right hand and give a little tug, and then lifting the left arm up and over for a nice clear line from hip to shoulder to wrist. Sometimes it feels like it's not so clear, and then we'll just rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. And we inhale and exhale right here. 1 more breath. The gaze is underneath the upper arm, and then gently take it all the way back up, and hands underneath the knees, and we bring the knees back in together and come to downward facing dog, please. Step it back to our down dog, and then we'll come through a flow with our shoulders over wrists, knees on the mat or lowering all the way down, elbows tucked in. Untuck your toes. Inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, ears back, and exhale, take it all the way back down, tabletop and downward facing dog. And then from here, we're gonna come down onto our knees and find our blocks and take the blocks so that we have them nearby the right side. We'll stick with 1 block for the right side. If you needed the second one for your hands, then take the second one close by. Take downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping the right foot between the hands. And then we're gonna walk our left foot over to the left hand, find the block and put it the long way, somewhere where we're going to aim our femur down onto the block the long way. And the left foot can come in either towards the seat, or we have it parallel to the knee. The back knee can come onto the mat, and we have found our first shape of pigeon pose, where we have the right knee out to the side. So maybe we'll take a little turn onto that block and turn our femur slightly out, so the knee is not necessarily in front underneath us, but more at an angle to the right side. Come forward with our forearms, tuck the toes under in the back, and elongate nice and long. Karate chop your right little toe side. Now there's more pressure for shin in and thigh out, more adjustments to knees and hips, more openness, different feelings. You can tuck your left toes under and lift your left knee and get that nice long extension of the leg that we had earlier in our pyramid pose. Long spine, shoulders away from ears. And we'll take another breath right here. The right pinky toe side is active. And slowly take your left knee down and make your way back up onto downward facing dog. And you can move your block over to the right side and pedal into your heels. Press the palms down, lift the upper arm bones, move about organically, and then step your left foot in between the hands and move your left foot over towards the right hand and have your block underneath for the left femur to be on, with your knee slightly out to the left side and your block is slightly turned. So we're not sitting on the sit bone and we're not sitting over onto the knee, but we are right onto the kind of hamstring IT band, hamstring adductor area, IT band. It's like all right there. And then forearms to the mat, tuck the toes and extend. And your left foot is karate chopping down. And we are enjoying our pigeon form with our block. You are tucking the back toes down, extending the knee off of the mat. Nice long form from ankle to knee to quad to hip, extending out through the top of the head. And we'll stay another 3 breaths right here. And next breath, we'll put our hands back down onto the mat, knees down in the back, hands to mat, and step back onto downward facing dog. And this time around, we'll take the block to the side and come through our flow with our shoulders and wrists stacked, pull from knees through quads, and then lower either with the knees or all the way down, elbows tucked in. Inhale into your cobra and pulling the ears back, and exhale, taking it all the way back down. Tuck the toes, tabletop, downward facing dog. And then this time around, we have an option to do our pigeon pose without the block. Maybe you have downsized to a smaller pillow or a thinner blanket or something that's not as thick as your block, or maybe you are using the block again. Please do so. This time around, bend the knees, come up onto the toes, raise your sacrum, lift your right leg up to the horizon, externally rotate your right knee up to the sky and the hip and the femur, and hold on to the front side and step your right foot underneath you for pigeon pose with your knee to the right side and your foot towards the left side, slightly in, maybe parallel to your mat. Tuck the back toes under, take a little look back there and see that your left leg is straight back, toes are tucked, and we're sitting nice and tall, and then making our way down either to blocks or forearms or anything that works for us. Tuck the back toes under and the knee can stay down for this one. You can raise your knee. You can do what feels good for your quad and your knee. For me, it's better to keep it down. And then from here, we might stay on the forearms. We might come over onto our fingertips, elbows to the side, and fold forward. Maybe full extension with palms together and towards the front. And we'll stay our 3 breaths right here. One more breath. Enjoying the turning into the right hip, the churning, the buzzing, the stretching, the untying of knots. And then we'll take our hands back to the shoulders and extend back. Both back toes are tucked, right leg up to the sky, and putting it back down onto the mat. Moving about, come forward to plank pose. Lower all the way down, knees or no knees. Inhale into cobra, untuck your toes, and exhale. Coming back down, push back, tabletop, down dog. Up onto your toes, bend your knees, left leg up to the sky, bend your knee. It's like a flying pigeon form, holding on to the front side of the body and sweeping your left leg underneath you for pigeon pose onto your second side with the block, without the block, with a pillow or no pillow. Tuck the back toes, take a little look back there and see so that your quad is down, hamstrings are up. And then from here, we're making our way onto blocks, pillows, bolsters, anything that works for us. And here we are into our pigeon form onto the second side. And forearms or blocks or fingertips wide, elbows to side, or full extension forward, arms to the front. Karate chopping your left pinky toe side. Enjoying 3 nice long breaths here. And 1 more breath. And then slowly taking your hands to the side and make your way up and step it back. Downward facing dog. Pedal about. Move around into your left leg and sinking your heels down towards the mat. Pressing hands down, pressing feet down. Come forward and take our plank pose one last time and lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra and exhale, coming back down to the belly. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, arms forward, hips to the heels. There should be a nicer, easier, freer feeling in ankles, knees, hips, lower backs than maybe from the first child's pose we did. I'm hoping there is some good free space, freed up space into hips and knees and lower backs. 1 more breath, and then slowly make your way to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet to hands, please. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Come all the way down onto our mat. And we're going to lower all the way down, rolling down, coming down, however you'd like to come down. It's nice to kind of check the spine all the way down onto the mat, lower, middle, and upper, back down, and then bending the knees in and coming with knees to chest, just like in the beginning. And then from here, arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet. We'll take happy baby pose with both legs and knees towards shoulders, feet to the sky. Press the head, adjust the shoulder blades. And enjoy checking in with adductors, hips, knees. From here, we can stay right here. This is plenty if you would like to check your legs and your hips and see how it would feel to extend the right foot down towards the floor. Getting a little extra stretch in towards our hamstrings, adductors, and slowly take it back down. And second side, left toes towards the floor, stretching into the whole back side of the left leg. 1 more breath. And then slowly bringing it back in and bringing your knees into the chest and hugging everything in and squeezing the arms around the legs. And we have come to the very end when we squeeze our way into a little ball where we squeeze the toes, shoulders, glutes, hands, back, belly, all that we have. Squeeze it into the midline, and then we'll extend all the way out onto our Shavasana with our feet wide as the mat. Press the head, adjust the shoulder blades, and we get to stay here and incorporate the different pigeon variations that we did into its right and whole place in our body. Toes are relaxed, fingers are relaxed. There's a nice opening in the bottom of the feet and the palm of the hands. Maybe there's a little bit more into the feet from opening the hips and the knees and the legs, ankles, the entire bottom part of our body. And as always, please stay here as long as you would like, and then we'll meet up for our closing Om. And thank you so much for joining me today for our slow flow yoga into pigeon pose. I hope your hips, your knees, your lower back, that it feels a little bit freer and mobility has increased in the lower part of the body. And with that, we'll take our palms together in front of the heart and join our voices in one Om to wrap our practice up into a nice big little energy of light and freedom for hips and lower backs. Take a comfortable inhale. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And the next practice after this is number 17, I believe. And we are doing more into the upper body, shoulder openers, upper body openers, into our forearm downward facing dog, and maybe even a forearm stand. We'll see how it goes and how we feel. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, share with a friend, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session. Namaste.